Hey guys, welcome back to Koki Gachas, and in this video, I'm gonna take a 1-month-old review of our account in Eversoul and take a look for yourself where we have progressed since the release of the game. Let's dive right in. So first things first, I know that people are most concerned with Battlefront progress, and right now you can see I'm on chapter 16, stage 13, so 16-13, and the progress have been roughly around like 5 to 10 stages a day. I would say it's leaning towards more the 5 side, right? Because I don't really have time to play this few days. Like outside commitments and stuff and work, so I've been rather busy, but I do expect to like usually your progress would slow down once you reach chapter 16, and I know a lot of people are still on earlier stages, but given that I've pushed quite hard previously, right, I'm able to progress to chapter 16, and I did want to push as fast as possible to chapter 16 because the fact is that once you enter chapter 16, you're able to get Eternal Plus loot. Unfortunately for me, I have not seen a single Eternal Plus drop itself, and I've been on the rather unlucky side when it comes to Eternal loot itself. I only have like 5 pieces max, I think, including like the fixed drops from the stages, right? So not the best, but hopefully the luck will pick up soon after. And then next we are going to also take a look at our souls progress, right? So this is also something that people are very concerned with, like what exactly my souls are. I'm just going to touch on the souls and my intentions for the factions itself, what I'm currently investing in, what I'm trying to follow. So definitely gonna follow Renee, right? This one you guys already know, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, so here we're gonna first see the human faction itself. So definitely my Lindsay is now at Eternal, so I can go to level 180, but I'm planning to make her Eternal Plus before I make Catherine Eternal, simply because I'm able to, I feel like I should be able to get 5 units to Eternal Plus without touching Catherine. The reason why I'm not touching Catherine is because right now I think she's able to tank at Legendary Plus. I feel like any extra investment in her might not be worth it, given that I only have 5 copies of her compared to like Lindsay, right? I do have 6 copies, so 1 copy more is quite significant, especially when it's like 25% progress, right? Every copy is 25% towards that origin that we need for 8 copies. So Lindsay, first priority, she's going to go to level 100 in rather Eternal Plus, and then we are going to cap at level 200 if we don't get lucky. But even then, level 200 Lindsay should be quite useful for me. And then next up after Catherine, if Catherine, like I really can't progress with Catherine on the like copy side, right? I'm just going to progress with probably Memphi. So I do have 7 copies of Memphi. So Memphi is going to be my next technically origin unit, right? Before Catherine, unless I do get the copies pretty soon, but that depends. And also we have a lack of fodder. So on the human side, I'm going to fodder likely Jade and Dora. So Jade and Dora are on my fodder list, and both of them I do have, or rather Dora I have 5 copies. So I do have like a Legendary Plus fodder over here, as well as 2 pieces of like Rose, right? I already have 1 Epic Plus Rose, and then looking to make the second one. So I do have enough like fodder to at least progress with like 4 units. And the 5th unit is either going to be Cherry. I think Cherry is the reason why I'm going to go with Cherry, is because I think she's kind of underrated. I need to do more like research into her skills and stuff to see whether she is truly useful, but technically she and Jiho is going to be my 5th and 6th unit. So yeah, this is the current roster for human. For Biz itself, it's quite obvious. I'm saving for Honglan. I'm going to wait for Honglan's release, and I'm going to go for Origin. As you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies of Epic Plus, so that is a Legendary Plus and a Legendary like unit, right? So for fodder itself, so I can go to Eternal Plus with Honglan already, but with the 300 pulls, I'm definitely going to get to the origin fodders itself once the time comes, right? Considering the fact that 300 pulls is roughly going to get us another 2 Epic Plus for Beast Faction fodders, yeah, and the 30 rest is going to make up for it. Ira, I progressed with her because I needed to break the Legendary Plus barrel, but now that I've also tried to use her, I think she's quite good even now, and I do use her a lot for Chloe events, so I don't regret Legendary Plus her. Clara is the only thing that I kind of regret, because I didn't have enough copies for Legendary Plus, and also she kind of got nerfed in a sense, right? So yeah, that was kind of bad, but regardless, Ira, Clara, Mika, Siha, and Honglan is going to be my 5 units. Flynn, I would like to try her, but I don't really think she's that good, and thankfully I don't have that many copies of her. And the bad thing is I don't have Haru, so yeah, that's a bad thing. But that's my current intentions for Beast. I'm not planning to follow Flynn yet because Beast itself, the overall roster is pretty weak. So I definitely have to see moving forward before deciding what to follow. I think that is a good choice here. For Fairy itself, I think it's quite clear cut. Rene is always going to be on my follow list. I'm one epic plus away from getting Chloe to Eternal. Then subsequently, I'll just continue to follow Rene's, and the Nico, you can see I have 4 copies here, right? But I'm not too sure whether I want to invest in Nico. For context, from this event, I would have 8 copies of Chloe plus Naya. So this is a second, third unit. Hopefully, I can get Vivi to 4 copies to go to Eternal Plus. That should be my 5th unit or 4th unit. And then Mariam is something I really want to invest in. So Mariam, either Mariam or Nico, depending on which one I get more copies of. But Mariam is what I really want. But yeah, you can see the copies is not favoring Mariam here. So just gonna continue to follow Rene. That's the plan. Next is Undead. Undead, in fact, I have 2 legendary plus follow plus 2 epic plus or 3 epic plus folders, a bunch of follow for Undead. Unfortunately, I don't decide to draw Velena here. If I were to draw Velena, I can instantly make her Origin. But after thinking it through, I think that yeah, Velena isn't really that worth it in my opinion. And given the fact that Everstones are going to be quite limited once you progress to the later stages of the game, you are going to be more careful with your selections of what you are going to invest in. Simply because you are going to feel like you have a lot of Everstones when you are clearing all the gates, right? But after which all these Everstones are going to, the resources, the Everstones are going to be depleted, and your income as a light spender or free-to-play player is going to be significantly less. So definitely don't think you have a bunch of Everstones now. I don't even think after drawing Honglan, I probably have to save for a long time before I can draw anything else. So that's the plan for this. As for fodder end, I don't think the epic plus are fodders yet, because given that I have a lot of fodder, right, there's no need to touch that so soon. And I'm likely either going to go with Petra and Jacqueline. I'm leaning towards Jacqueline if they give me duplicates for the event. Otherwise, I'm just going to go with Petra to Eternal Plus and hopefully to Origin once I get more copies of her, right? So that's about it. And here I do have 1 copy of Adrian, that's from the Labyrinth shop, and I don't have Ayami. That's about it for the souls. And next, we can just roughly take a look at my gates, right? Where I'm at the gates. Everything is almost at 60 except for Beast. I'm too lazy to put units on the sync to try to go to 50 plus. As of now, I still feel like my Beast faction is very weak, even with Ira. Yeah, so that's why I'm hesitating a bit. And on this front, I'm probably going to get to it tomorrow to put some units on level sync to clear the B stages. For the unlimited gate, I'm at 155. I definitely can push much higher, but I've not used any higher friend souls for this. I've strictly used it on progression on the chapters itself. That's why it might seem a bit lacking, because sometimes there are certain gates or hurdles, right, you can easily pass with the friend unit, after which you can clear a couple more levels on them. But I'm not too worried on this. And for dual gates, I've been clearing stage 9. So every day I've been clearing stage 9 with little difficulty. Stage 10 itself is quite a hurdle. I haven't quite gotten to consistently passing stage 10, so this we'll have to see. As for the dungeons, Labyrinth, definitely hero mode. Hall of Memories, I've been clearing 10. Yeah, so I think Hall of Memories have not been a problem anymore. Once you get to like 1 unit at Origin 200, it's a joke. Yeah, I think Hall 10 is very easy. I don't even think I need to make a guide for people. Just clear it as per normal, right? You can also use the revive potions. Since you are getting 1 per week, don't be too like stingy on using it itself, because you have to think about it this way. If you were to use it in the earlier stages whereby you have very much difficulty clearing it, right, later on you're not going to be needing it, so it's the potions are going to stack power anyway. So I'm currently allowed to use like 1 potion per week, but you can also use 2 potions. It's really up to you. And I think next week onwards I probably don't even need to use potions. So that's about it. Arena, if anyone is interested, rank 1 to 100, or rather around 10 to 100 is my average. Saving some tickets for the Arena ×2 event that's coming in a couple days, but otherwise I usually hover between 50 to 100 right now. On the end of the Chloe event, right? I know some people are interested in Chloe event, so let's take a look at my Chloe event. Currently hitting 32 million. So 32 million is like an outlier. I average 30 million quite comfortably. Sometimes I go like between 27 million and 30 million. I don't really care because I calculated my rewards, right? I should be able to like get all the copies. So here I bought out all this, so it's 4k plus 4k plus I'm able to buy 3 copies, 2 copies here. I'm able to buy 5 copies here, so it's 10k. My income is around 14k by the end of this event. I would say 15k is my income, and if anything extra, I wouldn't buy the costume. I probably just buy the tiles. I'll get to decorating my tile as well, so that's my plan here. Not planning to buy any of this. This one is quite tempting, but even then I feel like yeah, I'm just gonna have some fun with the tiles, right? Just to chill a bit. Don't need to go so hardcore on the progression. And on the towns front, I'm currently level 10 for anyone interested to know. These are all my buffs. You can take a look over here. It's going to differ for most of the people depending on RNG on getting the resources, right? So nothing too much to compare. I did have like this defense and HP as I felt that I needed some more like defense to tank some stages. Given that I'm not going to progress further with these units, I might buy more also. Really depends, right? But for now, I'm focusing on the resources. As you can see here, right, for until level 12, you're going to get more soul rest slots, but before that, I'm not going to get any soul rest slots. So yeah, I think after level 12, I might focus less on town progression to like the town credits itself. I'm just going to focus more on maximizing resources. But yeah, that's about it for the towns aspect. And of course, people might be curious about how much I spend on this account, because progress should be like measured against how much you spend in the game. So if you spend a lot, then you progress to chapter 16, maybe it's not that big of a deal. But I do think the game is extremely free to play friendly, given the fact that very minimum spending or even no spending can achieve you great things in progression, right? It's just going to take you slightly longer in that sense, as with all gacha games. And so here you can see my packs itself, my first time packs. I've never purchased all this. I only purchased the growth pack. All this is yeah, you can see I've never purchased it, not even the monthly pack. But this might change. I'm planning to buy the Manon pack simply because of the free soul level reset, right? I think right now is a time whereby if I want to move forward with content creation and I'm going to have more and more units, I can definitely use this free soul reset to test out units, so that when I draw the units, I can instantly make them max level at like for free, right? I technically don't have to spend Everstones for that, so that is something that I would like. So I might buy the Manon pack in the future. For now, I've never purchased all of this. As you can see, everything is yeah, not purchased at all. So anyone claiming that I spend a lot on this game, sorry to disappoint you, right? I only bought the growth pack, and I don't know where to find the growth pack anymore. I've claimed every single like Everstone from the growth pack since progressing to chapter 16, so that is not really important anyways. And that about does it for my review of the account at the 1 month mark. And so far, I'm still having a lot of fun with the game. Progression wise, of course, it has slowed down a lot, but it hasn't deterred me from having fun with the game. Do let me know in the comment section below how you guys are enjoying the game so far, and how far have you guys progressed in your respective accounts. And also, I still have a lot of ideas for a lot of guides that are going to come out soon, right? Namely, probably the artifact, the zodiac for more beginners, to let them have a reference how you want to progress. But that would have to wait until I plan out how exactly I want to spread the information, because otherwise I'm going to be spreading some misinformation. I don't want that to happen. But for now, I do have a resource guide over here that you can check it out. It's a comprehensive resource guide on every resource in the game, how you are going to manage it from my perspective, right? So definitely check that out. I'll see you guys over there. This is Koki Gachas signing off.